exciting third map to come up.
I think it'll be close regardless. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be Grim Dungeons and Italy are going to get smashed on it, but I would have a slight favouring for Italy on Hidden Fortress and Ukraine on Grim Dungeons. But we're in for a close game either way, because we've seen how good Ukraine are on Hidden Fortress as well. People like Vendigo putting out ridiculous damage regularly on that map. But Italy have Sturmy and Zyring, so...
Still deciding on the map. Let's have a look at the chat then. Who do we think's going to win in the chat? Oh, what's this? Distribute. Have you ever given a fan your autograph? And if not, how would you feel about a fan asking anyone at Level Up TV for one? Not in gaming. I haven't given an autograph. No.
Could do some signed mouse pads with this. They'd be hot property, wouldn't they?
Big disrepute written on it. Disrepute and Vor. That way round, Vor.
I wouldn't write my name on it after yours.
Or I'd write my name and then you'd put Vor and ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Of course, that'd be the weird thing, wouldn't it? I mean, writing a signature but putting your alias.
You could your name and then your alias in between, couldn't you? Yeah, I kind of had an inkling this is what would happen, so I think this will be an interesting final map. I do favour Ukraine, but I still see the potential for Italy to take this.
Yeah, I think if I was Ukraine, I probably would have picked this map as well against Italy, because Italy is so very strong aim across the board. You're taking a risk with Hidden Fortress. You know they're good at it as well. Whereas if you feel you've got really strong team play, a map like this, you might be able to get an advantage over Italy. It's not to say they're bad at it, as I should say, though.
Yeah, it's just... I think this is where Ukraine have a bigger chance. I think they could have won either map, but, as I said, between two good teams on Hidden Fortress, you're not guaranteed to win. There is an element of luck involved with things like spawns and, just fighting over the power-up, who comes out on top each time. Is sometimes elements of luck in that. Whereas Grim Dungeons, I think, normally over 20 minutes, the better team always wins.
So we're going to go live on this third map. This is the decider. Who's going to come third? Clan-Based Nations Cup 2012. Sign off the spawn. Look at this. 5 players even.
Yeah, you rarely see
in the LG area. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, never see that. It means there must have been a few players. Well, it's all of Italy, wasn't it, in the lightning gun area?
Yeah, it was. Which, even though it allowed them to pick up a couple of kills straight away, it wasn't necessarily a great thing to happen. Although they've actually managed to get in, somehow Dimitri surviving, coming up that bounce pad, they should get this second red.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a strange one that Ukraine weren't able to lock that one out. Dimitri's only got 4 health, he's surely going to go down, switch away. It doesn't. Gives Triple Six a rocket launcher right before the battlesuit. Yep. Sturmy takes a bunch of damage as a result. 5 seconds to go until these power-ups spawn. Of course, they don't know the time, but they know it's going to be around any time soon. Extreme getting that quad. Sturmy with no armor yet. And Red's been taken as well. This could be a big moment. I'm going to switch around to the quad. He's still at quad. What's he doing? Come on. Go kill Sturmy. Trying to get an idea where the battlesuit was, I think. He must hear the battlesuit screaming. Gotta be careful he doesn't get railed there. I think he got railed twice, didn't he?
Yeah.
Goes down. Well. Third one. He just stood in the position getting railed. That was not the best position. He managed to eliminate Sturmy, though, at least.
Yeah, and the Ukraine, they're all in here now, so Italy got a decision to think about. Can they risk attacking when there's all of Ukraine there, or can they have to sit back at the yellows?
Cycle
and here's
around,
where,
shall we?
Here's where it might be more difficult for Italy, when they have to sit back at this yellow armour position. Now, I'd have given them a good chance to play the reds well, but quite often we see that, unless you're really well practiced on this map, then playing the yellows is much harder.
I mean, it's not just like to say that, oh, Italy aren't going to be well practiced, but most nations are not going to be as practiced as teams.
Yeah, and
as clan teams.
Ukraine, for anyone who wouldn't be aware of it, they have a history of playing as a clan as well. They managed to somehow get round the rules of clan-based not having everyone from one team by just not participating in a certain time period. But this is basically a clan, Ukraine.
25 seconds before the next power-up spawn. A couple of seconds between them. Quad just ahead. Might help it get the drop. Sturmey's 100-100. They're playing it very slow at the moment. And although some people complain about this type of thing, I mean, I find it quite interesting. Cagey kind of style. Zyrink's got about 70 armies moving through. Might want to start pressuring, although he's heard that he's been caught behind somebody moving up.
Tripizets came up the bounce pad, but didn't really hit anything.
Sturmey took a load of damage from that attack. Oh, Flash managing to dive in and steal that battlesuit. That should never happen.
Yeah,
don't know what Ukraine's setup was. And here we go, free quad run around the map, no worry of the battlesuit, and they're just going to extend their lead. They're going to take over control of red as well. Ukraine have messed it up big time.
Yeah.
Great steal by Splash though, perhaps.
Well, we assume it was a great steal. I mean, I hope it wasn't as simple as just dropping down and stealing it or something, but big mistake by the Ukraine. Because it leaves Italy in control of the red, and as I said, I think playing the red, they'll be more than comfortable.
Flash picking up that red armor. Zyrinx and Sturmey not too healthy.
No, but there's no pressure on the room, so they're free to just sit here and wait for the health. And there's not going to be any pressure from Ukraine, I don't think. Oh, Sturmey went looking for that health and paid for it.
Flash
missed a chance though to pick up a spawn kill on Sturmey. He's managed to escape back to red. That's important if you're playing the yellows and you get a kill, but you've got to make it, you know, if your opponent does then spawn again on your side of the map, make it difficult for them to get back.
Here's Vendigo railing in through that rail doorway. He's hitting some nice statistics, 60% rail, and made that 50, hasn't had that many shots. Of course, whoa, nice rail, does get the impressive. How aggressive was that?
Finish him off. Well, I think he realised he couldn't escape because he had someone behind him at rail, so he went looking for the kill, but I think he should have been able to pick Vendigo off there.
So 15 seconds to go before quad. 3 odd seconds between the two power-ups. Now Vendigo getting fragmented.
Yeah, he's still causing a lot of problems from that position.
Look at them, 3 of them at battlesuit. I don't know what is going on at the quad. Let's switch round. None of them are at the quad Ukraine, so they're going to miss out on it. They're going to have to get this battlesuit. Dimitri and Zyrinx, double power. Ukraine have messed up again. I have to say, I don't really think they had a plan for that power. They had 2 people sort of milling around the rail area.
They messed it up.
What?
They had a player get voided at the suit, and that was it.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't look strong for a suit attack, did they? It seemed like they probably left the quad area a little bit too early. Battlesuit is eliminated. Quad runs dry as well. I mean, there's only about 12 frag lead, and we've seen much bigger leads built up this early on Grim Dungeons and brought back pretty quickly, so it's not over by a long shot. But they can't afford to give away more double power-ups. I mean, it's 2 in a row.
What I don't understand is, the game was so close. Why do you need to try and do something, you know, rash? Like, you've got quad held. Why do you need to go and attack suit and take that?
Yeah, I mean, you could just send one person, say, just try and get lucky like Flash did against them.
Well, you don't even necessarily need to do that. I mean, this isn't like the last 2 or 3 minutes and you need to try and make a play to get both power-ups. You know, this was a fairly steady game where there was a small difference, and, you know, all things could change if you play the quad well.
On top of that, Vor, I mean, quad was just ahead as well. It's like 3 seconds. That could probably get extended out a little bit further, because every time battlesuit's up, people don't tend to stand on it. They drop down, so it adds a little bit more delay. And soon you've got a good delay between the two, in which quads can easily come and take out battlesuit. So leading up to the power-ups again, 10 seconds to go until they spawn. Flash railing in at the quad position. I think he hit the guy who seemed like the
He hit
stack
1
player.
rail so far.
good rush forwards. That's exactly what you need to do. And Triple Six doesn't have too much. Lower Yellow is up. Zyrinx has 100 armor though. Vendigo eliminated pretty fast. Biza D to follow. There's the quad coming up the bouncer.
On his own though, very vulnerable.
He's having to back off that switch to him. He's got 70
Actually did well
health.
though. He picked up 2 kills and then left.
Oh my god, great rocket. Doesn't kill his teammate. Must have been spotted though. There's the Battlesuit rushing through. Great attack by Zyrinx. And he's going to use the end of that Battlesuit run perfectly. Just to get down to this lower Yellow. Look at these rockets. Brilliant rockets. Very good play by Zyrinx. And Ukraine have moved into this red room. They now need to just secure it out and lock it down.
Yeah, they need to try and just keep hold of red, because I think Italy, as I said, they're going to be very comfortable to play the reds, but I kind of have doubts at how they'll play the yellows. We'll have to see if that is the case or not, but I think Ukraine can slowly bring it back playing the reds. But they need to just get any idea out of their mind of trying to play, you know, and just take both power-ups, because, you know, we've already seen they've given away double power-up twice by trying to take double themselves.
Yeah, it has to be a really organised attack on getting both power-ups, and you usually need some kind of time difference between the power-ups. That's the most simple way.
They've pushed out to look to try and get in on quad. They've got 2 people waiting to try and push
Sturmy
it.
pushing through. He's going to get caught out here by Extreme, and that was what they were waiting for. That 1 frag, 2 go down. Zyrinx is just in a good enough position to defend, and look at the spawn behind him by Sturmy. I mean, well, there's Sturmy's going to get the power up. Where's this Battlesuit? Going to switch around to that. Well, Battlesuit's been eliminated for.
Looks like it was stolen as well.
Unbelievable.
If you can believe it.
It's unbelievable. Why would you pick this map if you can't even get a power up? Just the absolute core strategy that you need
Yeah, it
to
was
get
stolen
power
by
ups.
Dimitri.
So, I mean, it's unbelievable that it's even this close still. 3 double power ups in a row, for, and it's only what, 11 frag margin. That's nothing. I mean, it just shows if they get some power-ups, Ukraine, they could be really in this game. They could be winning. We saw it on the previous map, actually. They did start off quite slow and were behind by roughly the same margin, but once they kind of got...
But it's slowly coming back now, and it's off the back of holding this red. I mean, that's just what they need to make sure they don't lose out on, is this red. I think Italy will make mistakes playing the yellows and allow Ukraine back into the game.
Yeah, they're rushing through Italy, coming through Sturmy's point of view. Came through that shotgun doorway.
There's no resistance in the red room. I mean, they pick up the kill in the shotgun room, that's it. They've got red.
They've moved out quite far as we just switch away from the Ukraine players. And
can't understand why they're doing that, Ukraine.
when it's this close, I mean, you need to not look at like, oh, 67 or that's 70 odd and 50 and it's close to 40 and you're thinking that it's a bigger difference than it is. It is a close game. You can't afford to just throw away frags and that. You can play for the power-ups.
And we've only just gone past the halfway point. I mean, there's no need to do such rash things that can backfire and moment.
That was a good attack though by
Oh, it was good, yeah, because
Took
they
advantage.
pick up the kill, look to go in, and then I don't think they could believe their luck. There was nobody else in the red. They killed one person at the shotgun, and that was it. They won red.
Unbelievable. Sturmy trying to defend this red room. He's been rushed through though. I think it was Biza D or something in a good position. In fact, they've finally got the double power-ups, and maybe that whole setup messed them up.
Down, but quad is still on the go, so chance to bring it back.
Here we go. Vendigo hasn't got a frag yet. 15 seconds remain on this quad, so half the time. Oh my god! Great rockets by Zyrinx. Took the quad apart there. Only got 31 health. Got to be so cautious going around corners and grim dungeons. Does take out flash and confiscates that lightning gun. That could be important. The 50 health is up. Oh, it's a teammate spawning next to him, which means a teammate just died.
Then he could have only have died, I think, pushing the quad, because these are just fresh spawners, surely. Oh, look, actually, Dimitri's got a rocket launcher, so... You know, quad left the red armor room, but he'd left his 3 teammates there, so you can't really blame the quad, and you'd expect 3 teammates to be able to handle holding the red.
Right, following Zyrinx now, Sturmy and Dimitri are in close proximity to him. Looks like Italy are out of position and not in the red room. Anyway, are they at the upper yellow at all? Oh, BZD getting in there, almost ambushing Zyrinx. Took away a lot of his health and armor. Let's cycle round and have a look. Yes, well, the Ukraine are in the upper yellow position and the red armor, so this is the perfect kind of lockdown.
Playing it at the moment, and he's got a lot of armor.
Wow,
but he's lost it all.
By Zyrinx does get the frags though. Can he confiscate the weapons? It just wasn't quick enough. Don't know really why he would switch to rocket. Probably a worse gun to switch to than shotgun to give away, but I guess
rockets are a dime a dozen on this map, mate. Shotgun's rare.
Well, the position you're in, I mean, it's exactly the kind of weapon you'd want as default. Rocket launch. There we go with Sturmy. Managed to defend off. An aggressive push. It's a 6 frag margin between these two teams now. We're leading up to power up. 10 seconds to go. Sturmy doing an absolutely great job blocking off any chance Ukraine have got trying to get in at this quad. They're not going to get in now. Zyrinx with the pickup. Vendigo's going to go down. God. Great rocket.
Rocket. But still, I think he should have been able to see that coming and avoid it.
Yeah. So Zyrinx free quad run around the map. 9 frag margin between the two. BZD just not quite connecting with his rockets well enough to take out the quad. Oh, what a good rail. Machine gun down. Still 3 frags in this quad run, and he's done the important thing, the objective #1, win over the red room.
Yeah, this is important for Italy to take this room back at this stage, because you could see how close the game was getting when the Ukraine were holding red. Because it doesn't seem like Italy are that comfortable. You know, we've seen how eager they are to try and get back in here. And now that they're holding it, I think in a key part of the game, I mean, leading up to the 3 sets of power-ups left, this is an important time to hold red and look to try and put yourself further into the lead.
So we look at some of the stats. They're 18 to 12 in terms of the reds. It's equal on the yellows, and then look at the power-ups. 5 to 2 on the battlesuit pickups in terms of Italy's favour. And look, only 5 seconds with the battlesuit and 2 pickups with the Ukraine. 5 seconds, nothing. They've done nothing with that then. 4 to 3 on the quads, and they've had more quad time as well, Italy. So they're winning in every area, apart from the yellows where they're equal. And that's resulted in a 12 frag leading position, which is not a lot. I'm going to cycle around, actually have a look at some of these players. Triple Sex, Underground, 22 health at the rail position. He's just picked up rail, looks like. This rocket might take him out though, unless he drops off, in which case he's putting himself in a vulnerable position. Extreme on top of the yellow LG area. LG, don't know, might be up soon. He hasn't picked it up already. He has picked up the yellow and the shards though. Vendigo just behind him at the quad area. Still a long time to go before the power-up, so I wouldn't imagine they're just going to sit there. Let's switch around. Flash did shoot that rocket. Looks like he's out of the line of fire anyway. Might actually get the frag. Dimitri in the shotgun room. Lightning gun, rail, rocket. He's only missing out on grenades, in fact.
Prepare to fight.
We're just going to time it, but we're going to time out again straight away.
Fight.
And Sturmy inside the red room. In fact, 3 of them in abreast. So it looks like Italy are going to keep this red room secure.
3 of them in a what?
3 of them abreast.
Jesus.
You not heard that term before, Vor?
What, the term breast?
Abreast.
Okay.
I don't know. You need to go back to school. Did they not teach you in the camps? So look at some of these stats. Sturmy and Zyrinx hitting ridiculous accuracies, of course, like you'd expect. Flash a little bit lower maybe, but not too surprising. Dimitri, 66% rail himself, and 43 MG.
Probably only had 3 shots with it.
Vendigo, 63 rail, 30 LG. Triple Sex, not great rail, 38, but he probably doesn't. I mean, you don't get rail that much on this map, so you either get really high stats or low because you just miss your 1 or 2 shots, and it doesn't really matter too much. LG, 38% there, that's pretty decent stuff there. Extreme 57, Rail 34, LG. Because we don't really talk about things like rocket stats because you can't really tell because splash damage counts an equal level.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual to get like 70+% rockets on this map because you're just using it on corners and you're barely going to ever miss any, are you?
Exactly.
And if you do, then you're bad.
Might just stick on Sturmy, considering he's in 68 rail, 36 shaft. He's got 115 armor and 50
Quite a lot of
health.
armor. Is he at the yellow side of the map? He must be.
Sturmy's
wait.
at the red.
Sorry, red. Yeah, the POV I was looking at confused me.
Can you switch POVs, Raw? Have you got that ability?
And I have to type it.
You could always get some binds.
I could, but I don't need to.
You don't
Well, I'm
need no
not.
binds. Disvor, you should play this broadcaster game. Okay. You pick one word that the other one should use during the stream.
Alright, commended.
And better beer or summon
Done it.
on who can say it the most, right?
Well, neither of us drink this, so it's not going to work, is it?
It has to be without people noticing, though, really, doesn't it? Because obviously, I would just say the
phrase
word.
and then repeat it over and over again.
Phrase. Abreast. Lined
Phrase is
abreast.
a word.
Lined abreast. How about
Today it's been take a lot of confidence from that. I've only used it 2 or 3 times though.
if I could just say words? If I could just have
Other
words
phrases
like
could be, for
red
that, you
armor.
should be commended.
Yes, let's use that one. Sturmy's managed to stack up to 115 armor vor.
Well, for that he should be commended because armor is at a premium on this map disc.
Certainly is. Very important. With all those rockets around the corners, etc. Well, finally, BZD's returned to the action.
Well,
See where
BZD
he's
is
got
returned and for that he should be
spawned.
commended.
Oh, he's got a spawn pretty close to his teammates, so he should be pretty happy with that one. Who should we start on? Should we
I don't care, just pick someone.
follow Dimitri? Because we just raided up as I was on him.
Good. See what he's got.
Rail and rockets here, raiding through, rocketing through this doorway into the quad area. Going to use up all his rockets.
I wouldn't
this
use
raid.
them all that quickly if I was him. You know, because he's going to have to leave his position at some
Yeah.
point to get more.
I mean, they must have some idea that he's run out now. I'm going to switch around to Sturmy going underground here. Nice rocket as well. Decides to just back off though before taking too much damage.
Well, he's wary of any
Great,
potential
great
reprisals.
rockets. Second and third ones weren't so effective. Almost gets railed there. But he's come out of that situation very well. Just retained most of his armor.
Yeah, just do some damage, keep your stack, and then he can look to do it again. I mean, it'd be a hell of a lot worse for him to just get too greedy, get crippled, and have to head all the way back to red. Now, he's done some damage and can look to do some more in a few moments. Or he can just sit in this position until suit. He can, you know, he's got choices. Whereas if he'd have been hurt badly by being too aggressive, he'd have had to just backed off and done nothing.
Right, it's gone very slow, of course. There's only 3 sets of power-ups left. The next is in this next few seconds. Sturmy right on top of this battlesuit, very stacked. There's a bit of an inept attack by the Ukraine. Here we go, quad against battlesuit. I'm going to switch around to quad. He's probably going to take a lot of damage here. He's not going to take out Sturmy, who's tanked to the brim. And yeah, Sturmy coming out on top there with the battlesuit, and I think the timeout really didn't favour Ukraine, who I thought was just getting into a bit of a rhythm.
Oh yeah, you thought that, did you?
I did think that. Wow, okay. Extreme just giving a
Good
free kill
attack.
to
Good
Sturmy.
attack. I mean, that's something we see all too often. I mean, look, now that's slightly better now. You've got 2 coming in, but that single man attack, that's just a free
Look at
kill.
that.
And
3 kills in a row there for Sturmy.
yeah,
Easy peasy.
gonna be another one.
Oh no, Sturmy's aim let him down. He's got
How
rubbish
often are
aim
you going to
for.
say that? Sturmy's aim let him down. Not often that's going to happen.
I'm going to put it down to the hitboxes or the lag or something.
Or the warp.
The warping. So we've got 2 rounds of power-ups left to spawn, 45 seconds until the next. It's going to be very important going forward. It's still close enough. I mean, Ukraine can bring it back. They just need to not be stupid and throw away stupid frags. I mean,
the difference isn't too bad, is it? I mean, they got to hope for some successful power-up play this time around, though. You know, Quad did nothing last time.
Triple-X, as we switch around to him, almost taken out of Quad by a machine gunner. BZD with the armor stack, moving through to the shotgun room. I'm not really sure why you do that, but I guess he can get an ambush kill on. He does, and Dimitri, a free kill. Is he going to attack the battlesuit stack players? But he misses his rail. That's a bad miss as well. He could have used a rocket really effectively. Flash gets the frag on him. Extreme. I mean, this is quite a good attack here, really. Doing a lot of damage to these battlesuit players, and there, the battlesuit is down, so it worked out really well, yeah. It was actually Itty's mistake.
As well, so...
Oh, look at that flick rocket. Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's an important rocket to hit, because now he can't really rush around looking for kills. He's got to be more cautious.
Oh!
That could have been bad.
Could have been 10 frags the difference, though, 4 or 5 seconds to go with this squad. If he can make it all the way and just win over this quickly. No, he knew he had to rush as well, and that actually basically gave Dimitri the frag. And Italy just need to play cautious again and play for this last power-up. Make sure they maybe lock it out, but also to see if they go aggressive. Sturmy is going aggressive in the shotgun room, in fact.
Go aggressive if you've got the opportunity, because you know it's a bit risky to just let Ukraine have an easy, 4 or 5 reds. Less than that now, but in total probably about 4 or 5 reds between power-up.
Zarinx backing off, he's on the rail position. I mean, Zarinx and Sturmy both lost all their stacks there, but at the same time, it didn't look like Ukraine were very strong in any area. Cycle round, BZD's got a rocket, but he's got no armor. Vendigo, no armor.
They just need to balance Italy between just dealing out some damage and, sitting back and just making sure they get this quad.
Yeah, in fact, Ukraine have only got 1 player with armor, which is Triple-Sex.
And when it comes time for actually picking this quad up, they don't need to go anywhere with it. They can just sit at the quad with the whole team. You
would just delay it, wouldn't you, Vol?
Yeah, delay it until the last possible moment, then just have your whole team sat at quad.
They're looking very good. In fact, Italy, apart from Flash, everybody's got something decent.
Wow, look at this attack on quad. Luckily spawns for Italy to actually deal with it.
Well, they decided to pick the quad straight away. Battlesuit is grabbed. Of course, they would have been thinking, there, he sees the quad surely through the floor, the glow. Oh, Sturmy's going to have spotted him, Quad's going to kill him. And
yeah, well, that's the end of that game then.
Yeah. That looks like it might be enough for Italy here, so let's just follow out this quad run and just see how they play this one.
Not going to head into red, probably, just sit here. There's just no reason to.
That must be
and that's the advantage of being ahead of frags on the last power-ups. I mean, he did go more aggressive than I thought he would. I mean, he could have just sat at this quad the whole time, but it would have been impossible pretty much for the Ukraine to come in and do anything about them doing that.
So, congratulations to Italy. I mean, in all honesty, earlier in the tournament I predicted them to reach the final, but Sweden performed exceptionally well against them in the semi-final.
Well, I think we predicted that because Sweden weren't looking as good as previous seasons, but they really stepped their game up for the semis, and we're in for a good final with Sweden versus France.
So the two sort of form teams in the tournament in this third place match, and Italy come out on top. But obviously the two Titan teams going to meet in the final very soon, which will be Sweden against France.